Welcome to the Friday slot, which is for B-sides and outtakes, and this one sure earned its spot today. It's 1986's Kiss of the Dragon Lady. Welcome back to the show. I'm Jason from Barefoot. This is Squeaky Clean Adult Films, and this is a B-side. And you want to know why? I could only find two versions of this. And so we're setting an example today. I could find like a 240, which is like, I guess that could be on a Friday B-side, and they have. But we're doing an experiment today. I like to do experiments. I also found, and I find this all the time, that's why I'm using this as the example, AI upscaled movies. And I'm not one of those anti-AI people. The super anti-AI people are just as annoying as the super pro-AI people. But anyways, this keeps hindering my life. I keep finding old classics AI upscaled. I don't care for them. This one, it's because they upscaled such a bad VHS, probably the 240 I'm talking about, where there is like a hue around them of like bad VHS warble. It incorporated that into the image. So everyone has like, when you're first starting a trip, and not necessarily tracers, but like a glow, a shine. I guess it would trace if you moved it, but it's all over this movie. The movie's pretty interesting. We're gonna do one and done, as they say in the biz, one and done. This is kind of a request. We got Alex and we got Mr. Morris. Both of them are big fans of either Elle Rio or Ellie Rio. This is a whole discussion that I just had in the last video, which comes out in about 8 hours, so no one's heard it yet. I am certainly overcompensating for leaving her out of Pumping Irene. Kurt Nelson directed this, his first time on the show. Directed a good handful of movies. He made Black Valley Girls 2. I've never seen it. Cash didn't work on it, but it has a lot of the same people. And Kurt did an okay job on this. The writing credit goes to Nelson and DeVille. The Nelson being our director, Kurt Nelson. The DeVille being our DP, Clyde DeVille. And you can kind of tell when you see written by Nelson and DeVille, it means that the director and the DP just were winging it. And you can tell. Music by Marcel, which is, they've never been on the show either, and they're awesome. Clyde, our DP's his first time on the show. A lot of first timers. Cast? Woo! Seasoned vets. We're going to talk about them all at the end. Picture was 82 minutes. Clean cut is 10.5. It's PG. We're on a boat. We got girls in bathing suits, 4 soft swears, and some sexy outfits. Some actually mega sexy outfits. Lois Ayres plays a writer, and she's at her typewriter with a flannel not buttoned. So just, it's middle cleave. I don't know what that's called. Maybe it's just called middle cleave. We have a lot of that. She's chilling on a houseboat, relaxed, with a bazillion bracelets. This is 1986, and she's bleach blonde, and she looks a bit like Madonna. And even through AI filters, Lois Ayres still has one of the best faces in the game. I have a bunch of stuff to tell you at the end. Frank, you are the best man ever. We'll talk in 10.5 minutes.
Come on in, the door's always open.
Scarlet, baby. Oh.
I finally finished it. I think it's the best short story I've ever done. I call it Kiss of the Dragon Lady.
Oh, yeah? I just got back from New York, and they want you to rewrite all the scenes that take place on the yacht.
What?
It seems that the Dragon Lady has to come out of the ocean.
Magazine, they have some nerve.
Sorry. Well, you know, New York Magazine is a very, very picky magazine, and, you know, they demand the best. Besides, I kind of agree with them. I think the whole story works a lot better if the Dragon Lady comes out of the ocean.
Maybe you're right.
Sure. Everyone expects a Scarlet Murphy story to be chock full of the unexpected.
You're right, Drew. You're always right. I shouldn't be afraid to do what I do best.
Oh, not at all.
Nothing's working. Hey.
What the hell is that noise?
Oh, it's that generator again, man. They were supposed to have that thing fixed for me yesterday. Now, this thing is nothing's working today. I'm sorry, babe. I don't mean to get on your shit, but can't talk, can't think. Ugh. I need to talk to you. I have to get this out. Let's sit down and talk. Well, anything is a nice day. I think that's about the only thing going right today.
Sure is.
Nothing's going right today. My compass isn't working. The generator won't shut off. Nobody does anything right anymore. And you've been giving me shit.
Do you still want to get married?
Generator. Of course I want to get married. Do you want to get married?
That generator is loud, isn't it?
Don't ignore me.
Well, sure I wouldn't want to get married. Why wouldn't I?
That's what I'd like to know. Why wouldn't you?
I didn't say I wouldn't.
You guys have a nice swim?
Yeah, it was great, and Peter here saw a dragon lady.
Peter, you saw a dragon lady?
Yeah, I did, but just when I went over to swim next to her, she swam away.
Oh, you poor, frustrated, sweet little boys. Getting all upset over a little fish.
Oh, this is the coolest boat I've ever been on. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that guy, Peter? I mean, he actually thinks he saw a dragon lady. I mean, the guy's got a great body, but, hey, he's nuts. I mean, have you ever heard anything so ridiculous as a dragon lady?
Well, it's an old fisherman's tale that the dragon lady comes out of her cave once in every 10 years. And when she does, she gets enough air so she can last for another 10. Now, you can believe it or not, but that is the wise tale, which I do believe. What the hell was that? Are you okay, babe?
Oh, I'm fine. Oh, it was her. It was the dragon lady.
Dragon? You and John haven't exactly been getting along lately.
I know. I need to spread my wings a little bit. This relationship is too restricting.
He's out there right now, out in the water, diving.
I know. That's all he cares about. The underwater world. Someday, maybe someday, he'll be on one of those stupid, tacky diving shows on cable TV.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? John thinks himself as an actor. Some actor. He's a journalism major. Spends most of his adult life tracking down minor league baseball scores for KEAR TV. Big deal.
Now, are you sure this is going to get to New York on time?
Speedy delivery. We're always on time.
Oh my God, you guys are in my story. What are you doing here? You're real.
Of course we're real.
Don't tell me I thought this was just fiction.
It is fiction. I thought you up in my mind. I mean, you're in this story. This just can't be happening.
She must be of lower life form. Hey, baby, we're just as real as you are.
What did you think about that? I loved that Frank James called it a wise tale instead of a wives' tale or an old wives' tale. That's the wise tale. I love that she writes herself into the story. I love her line that she's like, you guys are getting upset over a fish. I love when he asks Brittany Stryker about marriage and she goes, that generator's loud. Thought it was funny that she said, come in, doors always open. Not doors open. Doors always open. And one of the weirdest parts, but this kind of goes for wonky storytelling, which was probably largely winging it. Greg comes in, Lois goes, oh, I just finished my story. I'm going to call it Kiss of the Dragon Lady. Meaning she just came up with the name. She just finished her story. It's possible that she told him about notes or the story that I'm working on. But he literally mentions Dragon Lady in the ocean. He mentions two things that he would not know. But that's okay, we're having fun here. Plus it's a Friday B-side. Lois Ayres, 9th time on the show. She plays Scarlett Murphy. A lot of bracelets, I already brought that up. A lot of middle cleavage, already brought that up. Best face in the game, I've said that like 4 or 5 times. I like this. I like the people in it, for sure. Lois, Ayres, Elle, Brittany, Stryker, all 3 from Pumping Irene. Elle Rio's 6th time on the show, possibly Elle Rio. That's going to be so annoying. I'm going to punch myself while I'm editing this footage. I'm calling her Ellie until someone tells me that, and I'm pretty sure it is Elle, unless she's like alternative. Her 6th time on the show, Brittany Stryker's 5th time on the show. Can't believe she had to marry Frank James. Almost marry Frank James. You just like how many F words he said? That's always a sign not to be a jerk. But when you see an actor replacing every other word with the F word, I think I had to beep 8 of them in one scene. And not a long scene. A minute and 30 seconds. It's usually a sign that you're just kind of freestyling. Improving. His 4th time on the show. This is his first non-Richard Mailer. We have only allowed Frank James on the show with the approval of Mr. Mustard. And speaking of, in Physical Attraction, directed by Richard Mailer, Gregory Dark. Did I just say Gregory Dark? Did I? Greg Derrick. Only his 4th time on the show. Of course, he's the lead of Droid, which is, you know, Empire of the Sins, Cabaret Sins. He's our lead man. Kind of wish he'd have been in more. Carrie Fox coming in with a 2nd time on the show. She was in Wild Things 2. And she's coming up pretty soon in a Shanna McCullough film. Troy Tannier, 1st time on the show. He was in Rambone the Destroyer. We've done the other Rambone. Remember there was 2 faux franchises? We gotta do the other one that Troy's in, Rambone the Destroyer. Actually, a good handful of our cast is also in Rambone the Destroyer, including Carrie Fox. And then we close with Mr. Matt Ramsey himself, Peter North, 33rd time on the show. That is my 2nd favorite number of all time. And it was a pretty fun little closer. He was the we're always on time page boy, kind of page boy, delivery man. And that's it. Frank just donated again. What a segue. You can donate if you'd like to. Can't be all up to one gentleman that rules. Thank you, Frank. I haven't even thanked you online. I saw it pop up on my phone while I was getting ready to come up and do this. So that was a 3-banger week. How do you like them apples? And I'm 1 ahead. Oh, hey, also, Laura. She's one of y'all. She's one of us. She's part of this whole thing. And she just got a remote job from home. We're proud of her. Y'all should be proud of her. Good job. That should improve a bunch of stuff. And that is friggin' awesome. Wednesday, it's Tuesday night. Wednesdays isn't even out yet. That's the new rule of Barefoot. I have to try to, not that we're going to do 3 a week. It just happened that way. House cleaning. But that's what I'm going to try to do, is that I need to have one at least shot. This won't be edited, but it's at least one shot and on the computer before the next one drops. So it's like having one in the chamber. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Frank, you're the best. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to like. You don't have to share. You just have to watch. And go ahead and donate. We have a lot of cool things coming up. I say that so often. But I am on the fringes of a whole bunch of new stuff. That's why I'm trying to get ahead. I shouldn't have done 3 videos this week, but oh well. But I'm going to get a little bit ahead so I can literally take 2 or 3 days off to not even think about anything except for this new project. Because once it's done, it'll just become regular, like this, like our daily shorts. It's almost nothing. It's muscle memory. But figuring out all the logistics of a brand new show is crazy. Plus, we're releasing a movie. That movie that I'm finished at the very end of the year. I can't believe it's already 6 months in. It's just been sitting there. No one's touched it. I haven't touched it. It got turned down from the Flagstaff Film Festival, which is crazy. So we're going to release a movie as well as a whole bunch of new projects. Thanks for watching.